Okay, alright, so this is I Want to Be the Guy. It's a pretty hard platformer. I'm just going to get straight into it, so you run out on time. I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this is I Want to Be the Guy. It's basically a kind of parody, really difficult platformer that riffs on a load of old games. It's pretty hard and also really likes to troll you. Obviously I know all the trolls, but that doesn't actually make it much easier. So we're actually straight away gonna go for a really hard trick to get like a fast cycle. This is the kind of trick where you just keep resetting until you get it into a PB. I'm gonna go for it like 2 or 3 times if I don't get it. Also some pre-Johns. I'm playing the game at lower frame rate than normal because of our streaming setup, so if I do terrible, that is 100% the reason. And oh, we got it first try. Nice. Get the save point for safety. And then we're straight into our first boss. So Mike Tyson's pretty easy first boss. If you're playing the game casual, I'd highly recommend that you take this path because it takes kind of the easiest stuff first. I messed up this boss earlier in practice, so I'm going to make sure that I'm paying attention and don't do it again. So he's pretty easy. There's one tiny little manipulation you have to do in the third phase to get him to be able to hit him, but other than that, it's really easy. So we just jump out here, which manipulates him a bit. There we go, that's the first boss down. So basically the core of the game is kind of the multiple paths you can go around the map, and you have to beat 6 bosses, and that unlocks like the end game, and then there's 2 more bosses. So 8 bosses to beat the game. So that's 1 out of 8. Okay, we got to play those orbs, there's like 6 of them. Don't mess up there. That has water physics for some reason. It's the only water physics in the entire game. It's terrible. Obviously the moon just attacks us because, like, yeah, obviously. So a shout out to the previous run, Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. But this is totally the best Zelda game in the marathon, right here. It's dangerous to go alone, guys. So the coming up is probably the first like genuinely hard part. Not that, that's easy. Like this is like where people's first playthroughs get. That is absolutely not how you do that. Get really screwed over. Oh, I've saved the game in a really horrible spot there. Oh god, the frame rate! This is way harder. I'm just gonna keep mentioning the frame rate's terrible as an excuse for every single death. I normally do this first try. Oh, that was close. That's how we do it. And then we're just going to take a needlessly risky strat on these birds like that. Okay, we got through it, we got through it. So all the cycles in this game are based on like a global timer that we can reset back to 0 by resetting at a save point. So you'll see me doing that loads to get more favorable cycles. Whoa. You can actually see the game like going into slow-mo when the frames drop. So this is a pretty tricky jump here. Yeah. Disappointed I didn't get that first try. Oh crap, I actually got it. You kind of have to not touch the sides. It's pretty hard. So there's basically 2 ways this run could go. It could go pretty well, and I can make this game look pretty easy, or it could be a complete disaster, and I could die like a million times. Really don't know, so it'll be really exciting to see what happens. That was incredibly close. We're going to go for a really hard strat here, which I find really hard, but we're just going to do it, even though I like never, this is not saving time anymore. But we've got to do it. Got to do it for the, now we've hard committed. So what we've done here is a save jump. So close. Okay, we give up. It's called the save jump, where basically we save the game in mid-air and it gives us our double jump back. Right, one more try. Yeah! So if you get that trick straight away, it saves about 1 to 2 seconds, so we lost a lot of time, but it was worth it for the swag. So this is the second boss. There's a quick kill on the first phase I'm going to go for. And the frame rate has totally messed this fight up. So, because of the frame rate, this torpedo I'm sitting on right now is actually lower than it should be, which has made the quick kill impossible. Okay. Well, we can make this work. Oh my god. So you have to hit that red thing. It's possible to basically kill it straight away. There we go, second phase. Now we just want to get as many shots in as we can to get to the third phase. That's a bit close. This is a pretty slow fight, but if we get it first time, that's still like decently fast. Yeah, okay, quick phase 3. So that's the second boss down. So the flashing red torpedoes on the front actually kill you, which is the hard part of that phase, but I just kind of dodge them all. So basically in this game, there are 4 points in the game where the game will crash. So I just reset the game there, which prevents it from crashing. This is legit the hardest jump in the game. Got it second try now. Totally messed that up. Third try. This is quite a tricky section here, but no problem. Yeah, so that's actually a really hard jump there, but so I'm happy to get that first time. This is kind of a pretty infamous part of the game, because it's like super trolls you. As you'll see. So it's just like, there's a lot of obstacles in the game where you just have like hardly any pixels to work with, and this is one of them. So I just like keep trying. Okay, and that is why you don't rush. But I'm in a speedrun, so I've got to rush. It's all good. So we've got to turn the fan off, go down, activate Ryu. Don't die this time. Why am I having so much trouble? There we go. I just gotta make it down. That was very close. So we're gonna go for our second time saver. It saves time and it also makes the screen after this really easy because it lines up all the cycles of these Medusas. So these Medusas are controlled by that global timer that I mentioned before. So if we just do everything exactly like the same every time, the Medusas aren't RNG. Also, jump first time. Let's go. Yeah, so this room is made much easier. So this is the biggest RNG in the game. There's very, very little RNG in the game, but this boss does spawns in random places and does random attacks. So the attack he just did there is the absolute worst attack you can do. We don't want to see him ever do that because it's basically too risky for me to... He actually did it twice in a row, so that was actually terrible. So I'm fine to die there. That's one of the 2 really good attacks he could do. So the second phase, yeah, so he did the best attack twice in a row. These brains, or hearts or whatever they are. We're just going to take this easy. I say easy. Oh, God damn it. Dracula spawned in a horrible place there. Like, Dracula really can just absolutely screw you. Oh, just... Didn't kill me? Nice. That's close. Good RNG on the attacks so far. Get this away from me. Okay, that's the other really good attack. Yeah, okay, we got it nice. Yeah, so we got really good RNG though. You know, a couple of deaths to Dracula is kind of fine because it's such a big RNG element. So we're going to do a kind of a weird kind of glitch. This is glitchless, but it's not really a glitch. But it kind of like, by saving the game there, it doesn't close the top, so we can do a little jump here. Now if I go really fast here, I should be able to show off a little time saver. Nice. Don't always get that, because you have to do like that screen like perfectly to get the opportunity to do it. Oh, don't normally die there, but it's cool. Marathon. Blame the frame rate. Frame rate sucks. So do any of you play Tetris? So this is where I have to ask you all to like try really hard not to get triggered by how bad at Tetris this guy is. If you do have any donations, now is a good time, but you might not. Oh. Good time for a drink, but I don't have one. It's alright. I can survive, it's not a hugely long run. We just have to wait for this block to go across and then we can finish the screen. It's really easy to forget that the goal is to actually get out of the screen. Yeah, so there we go. There's a little bit of a trick here. It's just a little bit easier than the intended strat, a bit faster rather. So this thing is like kind of basically an auto-scroller section, but there isn't any real auto-scrollers in this game because this game is so hard. It can kind of troll you at the start. The fact that the game is playing in slow motion totally helps. It can also troll you on this section, so hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, it's fine.
Got a £26.54 donation from Zedo saying, "Good luck, Murtag. I'm not sure if I'm more impressed by this or the solo co-op Cuphead."
Why did I do that? That is not the way you're supposed to do that. I was being distracted because I just realized I can't actually hear Sleepless because I'm using my own headset. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. So, if the host says anything, I just can't hear it. So. Sorry. If there's anything important, just wave at me. I'll shut up, I promise. This jump is pretty hard, but I'm practicing it. So here is a really kind of interesting quick kill. It's very precise, you only have a couple of frames to miss it, so I'm slightly worried the frame rate will mess me up. But I've practiced it a lot, so hopefully we get it straight away. Okay, that was 12 shots, which is kind of average. Like, I do have to nail the second section in order to get a quick kill there. So I could do one of two attacks here. Okay, that's the easier attack. Yeah, and we got it, nice. If anyone's done this fight casually, you'll know this is not how it's supposed to be, and now I just mash like mad. So we skipped out our whole second phase where we go higher up and it's really slow, and it also then you have to do this phase, which is actually really slow if he doesn't go straight into it, so that saves like a minute. I really have to get that straight away. Whereas his run is actually on pretty good pace right now. Lost a bunch of time to the Ghosts and Goblins section, but frame rate. Now onto the Mega Man bit. So we're actually going to return to here because there's two paths here. You can go down or right. Whoa. This is called the room with the giant lasers. For obvious reasons. This room can be really finicky at the end, but hopefully I just get the setup. Yeah, it's fine. I never get the cycle here. You need to like go really fast or something to be on a good cycle here. So this is the stupidest boss in the entire run, because there is like minutes of waiting. So I'm gonna donate during this boss fight. Let's see how long the donation page takes to come up. How much will I donate? I would like to do that. Yeah. What message shall I put? This boss sucks. We missed the fight. Oh my god, this ruined my joke really badly. Don't worry, we didn't die. We didn't die. I'll get it this time. Promise. There we go. That's only like 20 seconds lost. Cool. Yeah, no, and show my contact details. Is it donated? I don't know. It's still loading. Sleepers can probably tell me if my donation went through. So dying to this boss is probably the biggest time loss in the entire run. You lose like 2 minutes, or if not more. Because it's a 3-phase boss fight, and the first 2 phases are a complete joke, and the third phase is actually hard. So I don't know if my donation went through. I'm going to click confirm again. I might donate twice. Also, let's go for a YOLO selfie. Oh, if my phone feels like loading. Oh. Nah. Alright, I was going to do a joke where I know I would dodge that first bit and then I would take a selfie, but my phone wasn't working. Just as planned. So anyway, actual back to the boss fight. There's a really hard one cycle that I've already messed up, I think. Okay, it's possible I might get it. Oh wait. He's dropping the flames in different places because of the frame rate. What is this shenanigans? So you're supposed to damage him in kill him in one cycle. Hopefully we can get a 2 cycle. 2 cycles normally really bad. Oh my god, it's gonna be a 3 cycle. Okay, as long as we don't die. As long as we don't die, it don't matter. But this pattern is so weird. Okay, we got it. Okay, we didn't choke on the final ball. That was not my fault. Okay. Pro tip to casual runners, go backwards and save the game after you beat this boss. And you have to jump there to get on the platform. Trust me, I've just saved you a lot of effort. So then this next screen is Giant Troll. And if I do it first time like that, you have no idea why. Basically there's a trap I just dodged. So I have to reset the game again there to avoid a crash. Yeah, this screen is kind of trolly, but usually it just works on like the second or third try. There's a sniper in that window, because obviously there is. Oh god. Okay. This screen is kind of tricky, so we've got to go fast dodge some pretty sketchy bullets. Okay. I think my jump input got eaten. That's cool. I can deal with that. Whoa. Yeah, we got the save point. Okay, so this is like the biggest choke screen in the game. So there's a pretty hard jump coming up, and because these platforms move so slowly, you lose tons of time if you die here. I'm gonna try really hard not to. I say that, and then I literally knocked my controller, and then accidentally jumped. Beautiful. I'm leaning in here to see the pixels, to see whether I'm gonna die or not. Don't think so. Yeah. Okay, we did the hard jump. What? My jump input got eaten again. I blame the frame rate. Yeah, so that was kind of a big time loss, but we'll make it work. It's all good. So there will be screens in this game where I die a whole load, because I don't know if you heard, this game is pretty hard. I know, I've never heard of I Want to Be the Boshi. That game doesn't exist. I'm knocking my mouse. Look at that. So if you do have any donations or announcements, now is 100% the time. There's so much waiting.
Nothing, not even yours. Sorry.
Not even mine? I'm gonna fix that. In a minute. Right. What happened to my donation? My phone won't load. Confirm payment. Go. Hello? Oh. Pro tip, put in your security code when you donate, otherwise it won't work. Boom. Just in time. That would have been really embarrassing if I had missed that cycle. So there's like a 2-second time save you can do where you jump up right now. It's way not worth it, especially not in a marathon. I don't even go for it in PB, like, because the risk is you'll be so depressed if you die there for going for a 2-second time save. So we've got to do this section again because we're essentially backtracking now. So you've been keeping count with the 4 of the bosses. Wait, can I keep count? We beat 5 of the bosses. That jumped first time again, right? So we're just kind of backtracking to get to the last boss. So we've got to do this screen again, but we're going to go somewhere slightly different. So we can actually do a pretty infamous skip here, which if I get, I'll be super hyped about. It's infamous for being really hard. We need to be pixel perfect lined up though. I'll go for it a couple of times just because I think it's pretty hype, and I always go for it in my PB attempts, so I'm gonna go for it in marathon. What's kind of cool about the skip is it looks like it's the intended way, but it's not. But you can actually do it. Okay, that's right. Okay, one more try. If we don't get it, then we'll do it the boring way. Basically, you have to be positioned pixel perfect and then press right and jump on the same frame. Otherwise, you bonk your head or you walk off. So one of those two things will happen. I'll go for it again. Okay, that's good. Yes! And I very almost died to a spike, but yeah, that's rear jump, so that's pretty hype that I got that. So we're just going to do the same thing that we did before. There's another opportunity to go for the spike jump, which I got before. So let's see if we can get it again. Nice. So this is the room of divine transportation. Any bosses that you can beat and you can go back to like where after you killed them. So we use it to go back to here. Because I mentioned earlier we'd be coming back here. And that is not how you do that jump. Whoa. I blame the frame rate. You can actually skip out that bottom left platform, but it saves so little time. It's barely worth it in a marathon. So here we're going to go down instead. It's a pretty tricky sequence. I've been fairly good at it recently, but I think we'll get it. Yeah. Although we're not out of the woods yet. Oh. Slightly held A for too long on that jump. Yeah, I'm disappointed I died there, because that should be a pretty easy room. That was really sketchy. That was not a good mistake to make, but it's okay. Like, this is one of those sections where like you absolutely can die like a lot of times. You just have to do it until you get it. Right, there we go. Right, so this is probably casually the second hardest part of the game. In a speedrun, with the right strategies, Mother Brain is actually not that difficult, although definitely not the easiest boss. With a very precise setup, so you know how to avoid everything, it's kind of manageable. Okay, that was actually just like really unlucky. I think they're actually called SpaghettiOs, the orange rings that home in on you. It's very, very rare that you actually get like completely encircled there, which is what happened. Oh. Yeah, so this is it's definitely a boss that's like, if you make even the slightest error, you're probably dead like straight away. Mashing skills are also really critical from doing this boss easily, and you know, I'm not the best masher, but practicing. The trick is to look at that gun. Right, okay, this looks okay. No, it was not okay. I think I'm gonna blame the frame rate yet again. Stay there.
Thank you, Charlie Smith. £14 donation. Shouting £900 hype. Big up Chazmaster73. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, and a few more. And they don't actually work in Webpack. They work in my browser, like on Chrome or Firefox.
Oh my god. That spaghetti pan is brutal. How did I not die? What is going on? This game is crazy. This is definitely being way harder than it normally should be. A normal run of this boss, it looks really easy. It's like, how does anyone die to this boss ever? Ooh. That was a weird pattern. Okay, yeah, that was actually my fault at the time. You actually have to take that left path there if anyone's wondering. Otherwise you die. It's a trap. Okay, see that's a way more normal pattern. Like that's kind of how it should go. It should have gone like that straight away, but you know. Just kind of how it goes. Speedrunning this game is a pretty brutal. That was terrible. Also, if you reset the screen, it changes the music, which is not very nice, honestly. I much prefer the Metroid Escape music. I actually made a mental note that jump is harder than it looks, and I just totally forgot. Oh, okay. Don't normally mess that up. Should be fine. You can run out of time. You have to go very slow. At least speedrunning standards. Whoa! I blame the frame rate. Yeah, you can get screwed where. Yeah, so I think a jump input got you in there. Oh my god. This shouldn't be happening. Apologies for this. My estimate's really high, just to cover for these kind of things that could happen. This game can so easily troll you. I'll try and take it really easy, just to like guarantee as much as possible. There we go, okay. Pretty slow, but still good. Yeah, so that's the third place in the game where the game crashes if you don't do that. So this section is actually one of my kind of least favorite sections of the game. That shouldn't have happened. It's really, there's basically a couple of screens here that are really easy to choke, and there's a really difficult jump just coming up, and if we miss it, we lose like 45 seconds, so let's not do that. This is actually the tightest spike section, but we should be living through this. There we go. Again, leaning in just so I can see the pixels. So this is a really difficult jump. It's kind of a lot like the rear jump, actually. Ah, okay, cool. I'm glad to get that first time. Reset there, because on the next screen we need to catch a cycle, and it works out pretty favorably. It works out pretty favorably if you reset there. Okay, almost missed that. Okay, so this... Yeah. So the very first one starts moving at a random time, so that's why I kind of like focused for a second. So this is another screen which is like kind of an ultimate choke fest. It's not that hard of a screen, but it's quite easy to die, and a single death is like, you know, you're talking like you can lose a minute on the screen, like from one death. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Well, we'll do our best. It really ramps up here. Whoa! Okay, that was kind of an unfortunate miss right at the end there. That's exactly what I was talking about, where you can be on like really, really good pace, and you make a mistake like that, and then that's your whole run gone. Okay, don't fall in the same place as last time. Okay, we made it. Whew. Stressful. Yeah, this is kind of a little time saver that's quite nice. To take that, that's kind of the most optimal route. Oh, that was... I thought I was dead, so I was not prepared for when I did not die, and then I died. There you go, that's how it's supposed to be done. So now we've done all 6 bosses, we can pass through here. So now we have to travel to the guy's castle. The story of the game is, you're the kid, you want to be the guy. The guy is in a castle, gotta go beat him. Loads of people have been the guy in the past, as we'll find out later, and we want to be the next one. So this is the final place in the game where the game crashes if you don't reset that, so should have no crashes now. So this cart section is really, really buggy and got some really weird momentum physics, but hopefully we should be okay. The first kind of half of it is kind of okay. Yeah, I got ridiculously trolled. Probably only about 5-10% of the time do these cheaps ever like really do anything. But 5-10% of the time they just totally own you. This is the first kind of tricky bit, although I'm very consistent at it, so I'll be really disappointed if I die. There we go. So now we've got a bunch of vines, and climbing in this game is already like really buggy, so to add in like carts as well, like what even just happened there? Like what is, like I just stood on the side of the cart, it's not supposed to happen, and like what is going on? Okay, I got that last section first time. I'm super happy about that. Okay, so we're up to boss 7 now. Spoilers, we're up to boss 7. So there's a little skip there you can do where you kind of maintain your momentum from the car and go straight into the next boss fight. It saves like maybe like 5 to 10 seconds, but it's so dangerous because it means skipping a save point, which I'm not going to do. So there's, I really want to try and skip phase 2 of this boss fight, which is possible if I do enough damage in phase 1. that was not ideal. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but we'll see if I get it. So he should just immediately go back into fireballs if we get this phase skip. Yeah, we didn't get it. It's unfortunate, but it happens. So the second kind of speed tech part of this boss fight is you can get a really quick third phase, but it's really, really hard. You have to get like optimal bullets to get it, and I've literally never got it. I get the first phase skip, like, yeah, I've already missed the skip. Yeah. So we've done all the bullets we need to fire now. We didn't get any of the phase skips, but they're not. Oh, that's rough. I don't normally die there like that. I haven't died like that in a long time. We can take another shot at the phase skip. Oh, we might get it. We were doing really, really well, and then I messed up a little bit at the end, and then very almost died. I didn't die, so it's fine. So we might get it. Let's see if we get it. Yes, we did get it. So you got to see that. So it wasn't all bad. Have another shot at quick phase 3, like I say, it's definitely not going to happen, but we can try. I'm just going to focus on not dying. Yeah. Okay, so focus really hard this time to definitely not die in the same way. There we go. Almost died in a different way. So this is the absolute choke fest of this boss fight, so I'm just going to concentrate now. Okay, there we go. So that ending is like literally designed just to make you choke and die at the end of that boss fight. Casually, you probably will multiple times and stress yourself out. But it's not actually that hard when you play the game enough.
Just got a big £100 donation from Really Mad Cow. $1,000 hype. You're the guy.
Oh, that is an amazing amount of money.
A very big thank you.
Yeah, shout out to that donation. And that was a really bad death. I'm just so blown away by that donation. So we passed £1,000. Oh my god, that's amazing. Thanks everybody. Yeah, so I'll try and channel your energy going through the guy's castle. So we're approaching like the final section of the game now. So this is the guy's castle. We've got one boss left, which is the guy. So there's a really weird skip that we're gonna do here. Well, not a skip, but like a fast strat. And yeah, so we should get it. There we go. So basically, because the fire doesn't spawn straight away, if we like save the game while dead on the bottom of the screen, we just kind of go back and we can move before the fire. Don't worry about it. We did it. It was fast. So this is a labyrinth for the guy. Casually, oh crap, that's not good. Casually, this area is very fun to say the least, because you have no idea where to go, and it's a complete disaster. Well, luckily I know where to go, as you might hope. Okay, yeah, first time through that is good. You have to reset there for a good cycle. Sorry to reset the music. So this screen is actually really difficult casually, but well, apparently it's really hard anyway. But that screen is really difficult if you do it the intended way, but done with, there's a little skip you can do by jumping up there, and also with knowing what cycle to go there helps a lot. So this is the most bullshit screen in the game. You can lose minutes to this, and it's not really your fault. Oh my god, we're gonna get it. Oh, come on. No. Okay, so basically there's a really, really inconsistent strategy where you stand in like pixel perfect location and get it to go up and down. This is where I would say something like, we're gonna give this like 3 tries, and if I don't get it, then I'm just gonna do it normally. Except doing this screen normally is like not viable. That was actually really good second try. That's really, really good. That screen can take literally like 4 minutes if you just let it go. It's a bit of Gradius, you know, why not? That was way too close. And hopefully we get a quick kill. Nice. Whew. We got the save point. That's one of the most stressful sectors to me because the breakout section is really bad, so I'm super happy to get that so quickly. There's some really pretty tricky platforming here. If I get it first try, that'll be really good. We go now. Yeah, nice. Yeah, this joke probably works better if you're still on like Windows XP. Okay, so we are now onto the very final screen before the final boss, so we're getting pretty close to the end of the game now. So this is kind of another auto-scroller, but there's no real auto-scrollers over the guy. There's don't die, and it's fairly hard, but in practice I've been doing pretty well on it. The trick is basically you just gotta go really fast, because it tricks you into thinking you have loads of time, but you actually don't, because later on it speeds up and you need to be like ahead of it. Okay, so that was the hard bit. So in theory we should get it now. Oh, yeah, you only have about 2 seconds to line up there, and usually you just line up straight away. But if you realize that you're misaligned, then you kind of have like 1 second to like very briefly tap left and right to try and fix yourself. And I just didn't quite get it there. So yeah, go as fast as I ain't my jump input again. Okay, so that's the hard bit. Trust me, that is the hard bit. Okay, so that time we got it. Alright, I'm going to take this really easily. Normally I kind of rush through this, but you know, I'll take like 2 seconds there. So that save point tries to kill you, obviously. And now we're into the final boss. There's a quick kill for the first phase that I'm gonna go for twice. I'm really inconsistent at it. Yeah, we didn't get it. We were nowhere near. So it was still not bad. You basically have to play the fight completely perfectly and then just completely YOLO it and jump right in front of him and shoot him and pray that you start the next phase before he kills you. Okay, that's the first half of that fight, which is not too bad. So the next 3 phases of this fight, you have to shoot the eyes. So that's the first phase. It's pretty easy. The next bit, I have to dodge a bunch of fire, but luckily there's a safe spot. So now, there's 2 phases left of this boss fight, and they're both, in my opinion, like the hardest thing in the entire game. They're really difficult. I've got to go on the fly. Because of the frame rate differences on the setup, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to go silent and try and beat it. Okay, yeah. So, I kind of got a bit screwed by the white things warning. I was really hoping to beat the guy first time because it's pretty hyped to beat him first time. Kind of in my practice runs, sometimes I beat him first time, sometimes it's like 7 tries. Like, this guy really is really hard, so. They didn't pick up the gun, what the hell? Make sure it dies by fire. I'm actually going to try a very slightly different strat, like on the fly. Slightly different positioning, might be slightly safer. I don't know if it'll pan out though. Okay, that was final phase. Whoa. Okay, so this is it. This is the final bit. Time is coming up very soon if I don't die. I died. I thought they wouldn't go down. I was like, I bet I don't need to jump here. Yeah, so the guy is a huge run killer. He's killed loads more runs than anything else in the game for me, easily. You know, you can be on an amazing run, die 3 times this guy, boom, run is mega over, and it's really easy to do. There's also about a 5% chance you just die for no reason during this transition. We haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in a while. I'm just hoping it'll never happen. Ooh, that was close. Okay, that was slow phase 1. That was bad. Okay, that was good. Let that go. Okay, we got. Yeah. So what happened there is we have to lure the white things up to the very top. And I was moving a little bit too fast along the top, which meant that it wasn't actually in a position where I could shoot it. Just kind of like, it's just another example of like the slightest error that you would never see normally, just causing like death. here we go. That was very close. As is that. That is not the kind of patterns I want to see. Okay. That is not good luck. Okay, we made it work. Okay, so this time I'll try and be really careful. Okay, got it that time. Okay, time is coming up now. Sorry, I didn't give you my warning. Yeah, it's hard to give you warning when I'm trying to not die. Yeah, so that's going to be the guy. Technically, we haven't actually beaten the game. There's like a 5-minute ending sequence, and then you have to dodge one apple. But we end the time there, there's no point. So what time did I get? Okay, so it's not a great time, but I had quite a few issues, and the guy took a while, and I came underestimate, so I think I showed off the run pretty okay, so I'm kind of happy with that. So yeah, that's I'm gonna be the guy. If you want to get into it, probably don't. It's really stressful and really, really hard. But if you do really, really like punishing yourself, it's a very rewarding run. And you know, I'm with the guy. It's a really great game. I'd recommend playing it casually if you want a kind of a different, really challenging experience. Alright, but I think that's it for me. What's the next run?
Fury by Jay.
Oh yeah, Fury by Jay is coming up next, so that'll be good. Alright, anyway, I'll be signing off there. See you later, guys.